About 8 months ago, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I was not sure what my life would look like. I was not sure what I'd be doing. I didn't have a crafted vision of what my future would look like. But I always knew I was meant for more. But fast forward to now, I have a clearer vision of my future, my dreams. I work a job where I get to meet amazing founders all the time. I get to learn from amazing people. I understand my dreams of making content and building these platforms, of building businesses, of coaching people around the world, of speaking, of doing so many cool things. And I wanted to share some of the lessons I've learned, 5 lessons that I've learned from this stage of life, because I took a gap year, which has really helped me get to this point. And I've made videos on my gap year journey so far, so go check that out if you want information on that. But I really wanted to share 5 lessons that will help any young person out there understand more about themselves, understand figuring life out, understand what it is to really craft and create the life that you want. The first lesson I want to share is the lesson of authenticity versus acceptance. When you grow up as a kid, you lean into acceptance because you have to do the things your parents tell you to do. Then when you go to school, you do things to fit in with other people because you want to have friends. Think of when you're a 10-year-old. You just want to have friends at school. That's the only thing you think of. But then people continue this default throughout their life. So then they start doing things that they know aren't meant for them, whether that be drinking, going out partying, anything that they know isn't for them. And then they go through that life, throughout the whole of life. And they just live a life for acceptance of others, live a life for the validation of others. But you have to understand that once you decide authenticity, once you decide to live a life for you, you understand that your life completely transforms, because you cannot live your dream life if you're not authentic. Because if you're not authentic, you'll therefore not be your own life. Think about that. So the biggest lesson I've learned is to do everything that I want to do, regardless of what other people say, regardless of my fear of if other people will say something. And ultimately, by doing so and by practicing this, that fear dissolves away. It doesn't matter. When I post content on social media, I don't care about what anyone thinks. I don't care about what friends from school think or anything like that now, because I've practiced that muscle and I've understood that life on the authentic side is so amazing. And look, it might be something scary, so just practice something small to start. Say no to something that you've been saying yes to that you know is not for you. Do something that you know you've been waiting to do, that you've always wanted to do, and just do that. And over time, as you build these things up, you'll start to craft a life that is for you. And that's such a blessing. The second lesson I wanted to share links to the similar point of authenticity, and it's the point of silence. You have to spend time alone and in stillness in order to figure out who you are, in order to make sense of your thoughts, and in order to get into your intuition. In a world full of distraction, in a world full of noise, where you can easily get sucked into that, it will block off the signal between you and your intuition. But when you can be silent and you can connect to your intuition, you will start to understand what is for you, what isn't for you. You'll start to have new ideas. You'll start to develop new states of consciousness that will help you move forward. And how can you be still? You can be still by eliminating distractions, as I said. Stop using your phone as much. Stop being in conversations that you know are distracting. Stop surrounding yourself with people that you know are distracting. Stop doing things that you know are distracting. And then also meditate. Meditation has completely transformed my life. And I'm going to make more videos on that as well on YouTube. And there's videos over on my TikTok and Instagram as well. Journaling so powerful. Other mindfulness practices, doing things that you truly love is a form of stillness and peacefulness. Just being still, just being. It's so powerful, because you have to understand that the now, the present moment, is the only moment that we actually have. That is life itself. So when you can be, you start to practice presence, and the more you practice presence is the more you actually experience life. So stillness is going to help you make sense of things. Stillness is going to help you connect to understand what is for you and get into alignment. And I think that's so powerful, because when you can become more aligned, when you can understand yourself more, when you can bring out things within you that need to be brought out, or that deserved, or that will flourish and blossom in the world outside of you that's meant for you, you start to make changes that you can't even imagine of right now. Third lesson is that you don't have to listen to society. I think society really has got a lot of things wrong. Whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't really matter, but so many people place value on society and what society tells them to do. But they have to realize that they decide, or you decide your life. You decide what is meant for you. Just because so many other people are going out drinking and partying and doing those things doesn't mean that you have to do that. In fact, it's probably that these people are caught up in an illusion because they believe that that is what everyone is thinking they have to do. And it's just a world of everyone thinking that I have to do this, I have to do this because of other people. And no one is actually living for them. And this really heavily links to the first point as well, I understand. But I just wanted to place emphasis on the fact that don't do things just because society says you have to do that. Don't think you have to go to a certain job because society says that, because your parents tell you to do that, because your friends tell you to do that. Don't think you have to do certain activities, or even worse maybe, don't minimize the things that you want to do because society deems that to not be correct. The fourth lesson I want to share is get yourself around people that are going to elevate you. And this advice is shared a lot, but it really links to something I talk about, which is the awareness of possibility. When you can surround yourself with people, you will increase your awareness of what you can do. And I think there's loads of different ways of going about this, and it can be meeting people in real life. And one way I've done so is events. Go to events, business events, networking events, mindset events, whatever it may be. Go to nice hotels and work in the lobbies there. Go to environments that are going to uplift you, and you're going to be around these cool people. Another thing you can do is you can use the internet. Formulate your YouTube feed to surround yourself with people that are going to give you knowledge, they're going to give you learnings, they're going to give you amazing insights, and learn from that. You can also join online communities. I joined an online community which helped me learn so many things as well, and have a group of people that I can be accountable to. And I think once you do that, you start to change what you believe, or the people you associate yourself with, to uplift you. Because before, you're credited for going out drinking, partying, doing these things, and you were told you were weird for working, for building the life of your dreams, for doing things that are different, whether that's creating content, building your business, whatever it may be. And then now you're getting criticized for the drinking, partying, doing things for the validation of others' things, but you're getting praised and you're getting uplifted and you're getting motivated to do the good things that you were meant to do, or the great things that are within you, whether that be the business, content, whatever it might be. And it's also an energy thing. When you can realize that when you surround yourself with these people, you get an insane sense of energy that's going to inspire you to push forward in life in so many different ways. And that energy is so powerful. And it's something that as a young person you need to experience. You need to get yourself in rooms that's going to give you new energy, new vibrations, new frequencies that's going to help you level up your own. The thing I want to talk about is the importance of your inner state. And I don't think this is taught enough for young people and people in general, to be honest. And that is mainly the direction that my content goes in. That's what I want to teach and coach to people all around the world. Your outer environment is a complete reflection of your inner state. So if you want to change the life around you in the physical realm, you have to shift your internal state. So let's pick an example of belief systems. Your belief systems are the border of your reality. If you believe something to be true, you will continue to see that perpetuate in the world around you. Let's pick another example of if you see that you were getting angry at people for being too loud. That is because inside of you, you are insecure, or you don't feel like you have the place to be loud enough. So you take it out on other people. So when you understand this and you build the awareness of that everything external is a reflection, or is showing you what is going on internally, and that your internal state is everything that goes on around you, you start to understand that everything you want to do, or everything that is required from you, requires the internal shift first. And that is really all the work is, just shifting your internal state. You need to shift your belief systems, but see how you perceive the world. And with all of this, it's a lifelong journey. When you continue to do this throughout your life, you realize that it's a blessing that you can learn and develop your inner state throughout your whole life and grow throughout your whole life. Because once you can really understand what is going on internally, you'll start to develop as a person, and you'll develop new level of consciousness that you could never think of. So I encourage you to really reflect on your internal state and to really process and understand what is going on internally and look at your external world and understand the work that needs to be done internally. And then as you apply tools that I teach, or tools that other people teach, or tools that you learn through experience, you understand that those tools are then effective because you now have the awareness of when these tools are needed. So those are my 5 lessons, and I hope that they're powerful in sharing them to you. And I hope that also you find inspiration in that everything will work itself out. Everything will figure itself out. As long as you stay being you, as long as you stay your truest form, everything will figure itself out. And the minute you let go of the desperation, the minute you let go of the fear of whatever it may be that you're holding so tight on to create the life or to change your whatever it may be that's going on, the minute you let go of that desperation is the minute that you have faith in what you can do. You have faith in the purest version of you, because the purest version of you was put on this earth for a reason, and the purest version of you is a creator, and that creator will create the life of abundance that you can maybe not imagine right now. And trust me, everything that you want will be meant for you. Everything that you desire will happen for you if you tap into that purest version of you and you do everything that comes from within. And I really mean that. So make sure you drop any questions if you have any, and I'll catch you in the next video.